Charlie Ward. Charlie Ward Jr., born October 12, 1970, is an American retired professional basketball player, college football Heisman Trophy winner and Davey O'Brien Award winner, and a National Basketball Association NBA player. He won the college football national championship with the Florida State Seminoles in 1993. Despite his in-college football success, Ward is one of the very few players who won a Heisman Trophy, but was not drafted in the NFL draft. Ward played for 9 years with the New York Knicks and started in the 1999 NBA Finals. He later had short spells with the San Antonio Spurs and Houston Rockets, before retiring in 2005. He was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 2006. Collegiate career. College football. Ward won the 1993 Heisman Trophy, Maxwell Award, and Davey O'Brien Award as a quarterback for Florida State University, and subsequently led the Seminoles to their first ever national championship when FSU defeated Nebraska 18-16 in the 1993 Orange Bowl. The Seminoles had suffered their only defeat of the season to a second-ranked Notre Dame team, but their path to the national championship was cleared a week later when the Irish were upset at home by Boston College. Ward holds the fourth largest margin of victory in the history of Heisman Trophy balloting, with a 16-22-point difference, fourth only to Joe Burrow's 1846-point win in 2019, O.J. Simpson's 1750-point win in 1968, and Troy Smith's 1662-point win in 2006. He was also the only Heisman winner to play in the NBA. In 1993, Charlie Ward won the James E. Sullivan Award from the Amateur Athletic Union (AAU) as the most outstanding amateur athlete in the United States. College basketball. Ward also played basketball for 4 years at Florida State University FSU. Former teammates included future NBA players Bob Sura, Doug Edwards, and Sam Cassell. His 1993 team made it to the Southeast Regional Final, where they lost to Kentucky 106-81, with the winner advancing to the Final Four. Ward's 1992 team made the Sweet 16. He made the game-winning shot in its Metro Conference Tournament championship game win over Louisville in 1991. Ward still holds FSU basketball records for career steals at 236 and steals in one game at 9, and ranks 6th all-time in assists at 396. He played a shortened season his senior year, joining the basketball team just 15 days after winning the Heisman Trophy. He started 16 games at the point guard position that year, and averaged a college career high of 10.5 points and 4.9 assists for the season. Other ventures. Although Ward had not played baseball since high school, he was drafted as a pitcher by the Milwaukee Brewers in the 59th round of the 1993 free agent draft and in the 18th round by the New York Yankees in 1994. An avid tennis player, Ward also shone in the Arthur Ashe Amateur Tennis Tournament in 1994. Ward was a model student-athlete at Florida State. As a senior and captain of the team in 1993, he voluntarily approached Seminoles head coach Bobby Bowden about a difficult situation surrounding incoming freshman Warwick Dunn, whose mother, policewoman Betty Smothers, was killed in the line of duty during Dunn's senior year of high school in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Charlie served as a surrogate big brother to Dunn during the latter's first year in Tallahassee, helping him through a trying time by becoming his roommate and friend. With Ward's help on and off the field, Dunn eventually became one of the better running backs in the country and a first-round NFL draft pick. In his senior year at Florida State, he also served as student government vice president after he was asked to run by the Monarchy Party, a student government reform organization. College statistics. Football. Professional career. Upon graduation, Ward stated he was undecided about professional basketball or football and made it clear that he would not consider playing in the NFL unless selected in the first round of the 1994 NFL Draft. Ward proclaimed that he deserved to be a first-rounder. Ward's mother reported that the family was told he was probably a third to fifth round pick. Due to his smaller stature and uncertainty about whether he would play in the NBA, Ward was not selected in the first round of the NFL Draft. Having been chosen in the first round 26th overall of the 1994 NBA Draft by the New York Knicks, he began his career in the NBA as a point guard. An inquiry was made during Ward's rookie year with the Knicks for him to become the backup quarterback for Joe Montana of the Kansas City Chiefs, but Ward declined. Ward is the only Heisman Trophy winner to play in the NBA. Ward played sparingly in his rookie year under head coach Pat Riley, but the Knicks organization referred to him as the point guard of the future. When assistant coach Jeff Van Gundy took over the head coaching position, Ward's time on the floor began to increase, becoming the primary backup for point guard Derek Harper. He became a fan favorite in New York for his hard work ethic and unselfish play. During his NBA career, Ward established himself as a good three-point shooter, a reliable ball distributor, and a respected floor leader. Ward was selected to participate in the 1998 NBA All-Star three-point competition, finishing fourth in the event. He soon helped the Knicks reach the 1999 NBA Finals before falling to the San Antonio Spurs. Ward was traded to the Phoenix Suns in February 2004 as part of the blockbuster trade that brought Stephon Marbury to the Knicks and was promptly cut by the Suns for salary purposes. Ward spent the remainder of the season with the Spurs and signed a contract with the Houston Rockets the following summer. After maintaining relatively good health over his first decade in the league, injuries caused Ward to miss most of the 2004-05 season. Because of his injuries, Ward retired. During his time with the Knicks, Ward was often called the best quarterback in New York due to the struggles that the New York Jets and New York Giants had at the position. Off the court, Ward became known for his extensive charitable work through groups like the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. In 2011, at the INCAA Final Four, Ward received the John Wooden Keys to Life Award given for continued excellence and integrity on and off the court. Ward established the award foundation to enhance the lives of young people through sports-based mentoring and educational programs. Controversy. In Game 5 of the 1997 Eastern Conference semifinals against the Miami Heat, with the Knicks holding a 3-1 series lead, Ward tried to box out P.J. Brown. When he tried to get inside after the free throw shot, Brown became frustrated, then retaliated by lifting Ward up and body slamming him. This caused a bench-clearing brawl to ensue. After Miami won the game 96-81, Patrick Ewing, John Starks, Larry Johnson, Allen Houston, and Ward himself were suspended by the NBA. Ewing, Houston, Johnson, and Starks left the bench during the brawl, which was mandatory cause for suspension according to NBA rules. Brown was suspended for the rest of the series. Ewing, Ward, and Houston were suspended for Game 6, and Johnson and Starks were suspended for Game 7. Due to the suspensions, the Knicks were shorthanded and lost Games 6 and 7 to Miami 95-90 and 101-90, respectively, failing to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. Miami would go on to lose to the Chicago Bulls in 5 games. In 2001, while playing for the Knicks, It was discovered that Ward had made disparaging comments about Jews during a Bible study session, comments that were eventually leaked to the press. Among the comments made, "Jews are stubborn. Tell me, why did they persecute Jesus unless he knew something they didn't want to accept? They had his blood on their hands." There was outrage directed at Ward from Jewish groups, the public, as well as the Knicks organization itself. Ward defended himself by saying, "I didn't mean to offend any one group because that's not what I'm about. I have friends that are Jewish. Actually, my friend is a Jewish guy, and his name is Jesus Christ." He also said the quotes were taken out of context, as he stated that Jews are stubborn in speaking to what he perceived to be their disinclination to convert to Christianity. Ward eventually apologized for those statements, with his apology being accepted by the Anti-Defamation League. Career statistics: NBA, regular season, playoffs, college, personal life. Ward is a member of Omega Psi Phi fraternity. He and his wife Tanya have 3 children, Caleb, Hope, and Joshua. In June 2007, Ward was hired as an assistant coach. He was previously an assistant coach for the Houston Rockets. In addition, in November 2007, he accepted the job as head coach. In February 2014, it was announced that Ward accepted the head coaching position at Booker T. Washington High School in Pensacola, Florida, where his son Caleb would be attending and playing football. As of March 8, 2018, Charlie is the ambassador of football for Florida State University. In March 2018, Charlie became the head boys basketball coach for the Florida State University's Developmental Research School, Florida High, in Tallahassee, Florida. Currently, Florida High's boys basketball program has improved since Ward's arrival. Charlie is also the host of a web series, Chalk Talk with Charlie Ward, where he discusses his thoughts on Florida State Seminole football. In June 2018, while on a church mission trip to Ensenada, Mexico, Ward suffered a stroke. He's since made a full recovery. Ward switched to a vegan diet and began a more consistent workout regimen to improve his health and prevent another stroke in the future. Acting career: Charlie Ward made his acting debut on the Netflix comedy series Family Reunion episode Remember Dear's 15 Minutes, playing himself in 2020.